Hello and welcome back to the Islanders are up 3-0 in this series. Belmont bunch. I hope I don't regret this. Today we're going to talk about Islanders. Not Carolina. You know what's funny is I almost said Panthers.
Wow.
And then I went, oh, Carolina, my bad. Because the Carolina Panthers are a football team. But I was wrong on both counts. All of this is going out. The Islanders come out victorious in overtime against the Washington Capitals, and they had the courtesy not to have it go 5 overtimes, because my heart would have given out. But the Isles, they get it done. Let's dive into the game. At the beginning of this game, a little bit, decent push in the first couple of minutes from the Capitals. But they started taking kind of stupid penalties. They get an interference call on Orlov, one of those plays where he knows what he's doing. He's like, I know he's going towards the puck, but he's just shouldering a guy out of the way, going through a guy to get to the puck, so he's getting an interference call. Isles don't do anything on that power play. That would be a theme. The Isles do nothing with that power play, but it does help in a way because it gets the Isles established offensively in the Capital zone, where they would spend most of the first period. And the Isles would have, I believe, 3 power plays in the first period. Capitals really interesting. I feel like the coaching just isn't there, and I think Capitals fans agree with me from what I've seen on social media, but they're just making these stupid penalties, and if this were happening under Trotz, these guys would not be seeing the ice again for the rest of the period at minimum, because they're preventable penalties. Eberle takes a penalty later in this period, a hooking call, but it prevents, I think it was Oshie, from getting the slot, and he's got a really good shot. So you can argue that's a necessary penalty. We'll get to that, though. So the Isles do get on the board first for the first time in the series. The Capitals had scored the first goal in each of the first 2 games. Isles, not on the power play. 0 for 3 on the power play in the first period. The Isles would get this on a fantastic play from Adam Pelech. But let's start it with a 2-on-2 rush with Jordan Eberle and Brock Nelson. A little give and go. Brock Nelson's able to speed past his defender. Eberle's able to sauce a pass onto his stick. Redirected. Great save by Holtby, followed by a post from Nelson. But Anders Lee gets down into the dirty areas, wins the puck, gets it back to the point, gets swung across to the wide open Adam Pelech. Caps are still in disarray in the corner from trying to get retrieve the puck, but Anders Lee beat them there. And what an intelligent play from Adam Pelech. A little slap pass to Anders Lee, who gets up after distributing the puck, is slapping his stick, calling the pass. Unbelievable play all around. Just a really beautiful play that ends up in the back of the net, and it's 1-0 Islanders. And the Isles would dominate the shots in the first period, very much partially because of the power plays that they got. But they didn't take any advantage of the power plays. They didn't move the puck fast enough. Thought the only one on the power play that showed me anything early on was Josh Bailey, who's been distributing the puck well. Second period, Eberle penalty, as we were talking about, necessary to an extent because Oshie is streaking in. We have 2 guys back, but Oshie has a lot of room to shoot. Isles, like 30 seconds into the penalty kill, surrender a Kuznetsov goal, and he does his stupid celebration, as always, which Devontae's is barred from ever even looking at again. And it's 1-1. And it's a turning point to an extent because the Capitals start getting their game going a little bit, but I'm not convinced that the Capitals are fully into this series. They're into running, like having these plays where they're committing stupid penalties to get petty vengeance on certain players, but they're not showing a dedication to winning the game. And I think that's all in the coaching. And the Isles, really good at not committing stupid penalties. There was one in this game. We'll get to it. So Kuznetsov snipes one top corner. Varley has had a bit of an issue with when guys get in his face. He's not great at getting around the screens. And this happens again. It happened on the Barkov goal in the Panthers series in, I believe it was game 4, the elimination game. No, it might have been game 2. Not sure. But there was a very, very similar goal on the opposite side.
I think it was game 3.
Get out of here. No, it was one of the games we won. Capitals at least get a foothold into this game in the second period through a little bit of power play time on that goal. And just generally the Islanders not playing badly, but not quite playing their game. And Barzal was trying to do a little bit too much, almost created a breakaway for the Caps at one point. he needs to get the puck in deep a little bit more. He's trying to skate. He's trying to reenact our video from earlier in the year where he goes around the net. We just have guys calling for it, and he doesn't pass.
Barzy. 1T, Barzy. 1T, Barzy. All right, Barzy, that's enough now. I got it, Barzy.
He does really pass in real life eventually, but Barzal a little bit too much, but he would redeem himself. Third period. The Capitals, to start, I didn't really feel like either team really snatched a foothold in the third. The Isles' shot advantage was actually like 12 or 13 by the end of the third period, but not a ton of like grade A type chances. Holtby had a couple saves where he didn't know the puck was. Holtby did make a couple of big saves in the second period, one on Anders Lee on a 2-on-1 slapper. But nothing really happened in the third. A couple more power plays for the Islanders to do nothing with. Matt Martin gets his share of stupid penalty where he elbows a guy away from the puck. I didn't think the Islanders especially had a great power play, but we kill it through sheer luck. And we go to overtime. And in overtime, I just had a gut feeling the Caps were going to win because it reminded me, if you haven't seen already in the background, Columbus, you may be wondering, why is there a Columbus jersey in here? Why is there a Fisherman jersey? But why is there a Columbus jersey? The Columbus jersey is because this Capitals team, to almost the exact man, because it's very much the same team outside of coach, and that's the big part of it. But they were up 2-0 in 2018 on the Capitals. Game 3 goes to overtime. They lose Game 3. They do not win another game in that series. And I know that Trotz is now on the other side, but that Capitals, the players have been there, and the players know what it takes to win playoff games, even if their coach isn't especially motivating them super well. But
I heard the coach makes great chili, though.
GIF. Show the GIF.
Yeah.
The Isles, they give up a grade A chance near the beginning of overtime. Vrana in one-on-one, number 13 for the Capitals. Stopped on the first shot, stopped on the second shot. Andy Green, who's played a really good series, scared me a little bit in this overtime because he got beaten. We got beaten once, but he almost got beaten before that, where he had to slap the puck back into the zone to make sure he didn't lose a 2-on-1 going the other way. But Andy Green gets beat on this one. Vrana gets stopped twice in close. I had been talking to James about how Varlamov hasn't had to make big saves, but his numbers are fantastic because we've been able to insulate him. This was a sensational stand-up play by Varlamov to save the game. And the Islanders, not 2 minutes later, right? Like 2 minutes later after that breakaway, go the other way. We get a pass to Brock. We get a pass to Barzal streaking into the zone. He had such a big head start. I know how fast he is, but he had such a big head start that I was careful in celebrating as he goes in on goal, gets on his backhand, and slides it around Holtby's pads to win it in overtime and put the Islanders up 3-0. I held my celebration because, we're all looking at the replay. NBC did a really bad, or USA, it was on USA, but NBC's broadcast did a really bad job of confirming that the goal was good, because we're just standing there and we saw the referees go towards the replay area, and the next shot, they show a replay and they show that it definitely looks good. And then the next shot is just nobody's on the ice anymore. It's like, all right, I guess it counts. Sure. Why am I complaining about this? Isles win 2-1. They didn't play their best game of the series. They played their worst game of the series. But they won playing their worst game of the series. And I didn't think it was even that bad. We outshot them pretty badly. The Capitals, if they want to win the series, need to almost disregard their coach. That is crazy. That is hilarious to say. But Reardon made a lot of changes today. I didn't feel like they really did anything. The only thing that changed, the only difference was the Islanders' power play being terrible and Braden Holtby having a very good game, and he struggled a little bit in this series. So that's kind of it. That's what I've got for this one. Isles 3-0 in the series. Like and subscribe below for more videos. We'll be recapping the rest of the goals in this, the rest of the games in the series. And yeah, that's it. Enjoy watching the playoffs. Let's go Islanders. We'll see you next time.